G'day, g'day, g'day. This is Challenge Rift 185 for Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. And as always, you can click on the soul mirror here. It'll reveal everything you need to know. It is the Horde of the 90 Savages, which is the newest set for the Barbarian class. Mainly focuses on Frenzy here, so all you have to do is use your Frenzy, it gets quicker and quicker and quicker, and you go into Frenzy and you kill enemies that way. There is a little bit more to it, so let's go through the skills. We're using Frenzy, primary damage dealer. Whirlwind, not going to be using that whatsoever. Ground Stomp, going to be using that. Overpower, can use it, but not necessary. Sprint, definitely using. And Battle Rage, definitely using. So you're going to start off with no Fury. Getting hit will generate Fury, but even better, when you hit enemies, it'll generate Fury. So once you see a pack, I would advise using Ground Stomp. I run straight to an elite. Ground Stomp his ass, and then just hold down your Frenzy. Start frenzying, he'll attack quicker. Oh, sorry. Is that a... yeah, it's a female barbarian. My bad. She will attack faster, up to a maximum of 10 stacks. And as you progress through your next pack, well, before you do that, activate your Battle Rage. That gives you more damage. And as you can see, whenever you keep frenzying, you'll start killing shit. It also does reduce damage taken, so be careful not to run out of your stacks here. As you can see, if you let it go all the way down, let's see what happens. You lose them all. So what I advise doing, whenever Ground Stomp's available, use Ground Stomp. Not only do you do more damage to enemies when you Ground Stomp them, you also will immobilize them there, you stun them temporarily. Now, as you keep progressing through the map, just kill a few enemies along the way, or at least just hit them with your Frenzy, so that way you keep up your 10 stacks. And then that way when you come across an elite, not only do you have that increased damage ability, but you're also taking less damage along the way. Don't let it run out. And Whirlwind doesn't help you at all. You don't move any quicker. I don't use Whirlwind at all. But my advice is, any straggling enemies that are around as you're trying to move to the next elite pack, because that's what I do. I move straight to... I'm looking for elites. We're searching for elites, but along the way, there's stretches where no enemies are around. Just make sure whenever you see an enemy, just let off a Frenzy, and that will keep your... it'll maintain your stacks there. Don't let them run out. If you run out, it's okay, but just be advised. Be aware that you will be taking a lot more damage. Keep an eye on your Battle Rage there. Reactivate it. And when you're going from pack to pack, activate your Sprint. Alright, so I'm moving quicker now. When it runs out, guess what? Activate it again. Coming to the next enemy. As you can see, we ran out of Frenzy there, but you do get it back rather quickly. Just be careful. There are ample enemies here, ample monsters for you to keep hitting along the way. You should not run out of your stacks. That's it. I use Overpower, but you don't really need to. I use it for elites for a little bit of extra damage, but it doesn't really do much. So honestly, if you want to, Ground Stomp, use your Frenzy, activate your Shout, and sprint to the next pack. That's it. Rinse and repeat. Search out elites, try and find the elites here, and like I said, the only reason you should be hitting enemies from elite pack to elite pack that you're searching for is just to maintain the Frenzy stacks there, which is great for damage reduction. That way you won't die. Alright, let's go on in, do this one together, shall we? I am ready, we are in, and this is how you do it. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. So elite Ground Stomp, be careful. Don't stand in elemental shit. It can kill you. And we keep on moving. As you can... oh! Don't get hit by the furnace. Fire furnace. And like I said, just every now and then, enemies that come right in your face, just give them a Frenzy. Just to maintain your stacks there. We're moving on up, moving on up, moving on up. Otherwise, don't forget to join me on Twitch TV. For those that may not be aware, I am currently streaming live most days, 5 to 6 days a week on Twitch TV. Primarily playing Diablo seasons, but also having some fun playing other games. The latest and greatest. I've played all the Dark Souls games. I played Bloodborne, 3 playthroughs, and obviously a shit ton of Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. Don't forget to keep recasting a sprint here. For the most part, when you have your Ground Stomp, you should pretty much keep the elites stunned. Pylon down here as well, power pylon. Elites should stay stunned and you should be able to kill them before they even get back out of it. Next level. Cave. One of my least favourite levels, the cave levels. They're just not much fun. They're usually very empty too. Not much density around here, not many elites. But we're going to keep on moving down here. Like I said, as you're moving, it should just come naturally. Just use your frenzy. Just hit some enemies with frenzy to keep those stacks up. It'll definitely help. Otherwise you'll notice you're super squishy. Just keep on moving. Just, like, you know, click on enemies as you go through. But don't forget to also activate your sprint. Keep that activated when it runs out. We want to move quicker. You want a good time here. You want to beat the time. Obviously we're going to beat it. We want some sort of reasonable time here. I'm not going to go for a big leaderboard time. I'm just doing this just for tutorial purposes to help people out that might be struggling if you haven't played a barb before. In this case it's super easy. Up here there's a pylon too. Should be a shield pylon. Still hitting enemies along the way. It also helps with progression. Hitting enemies that are right in front of you. But definitely does help keep those stacks up. Otherwise, if you keep running out of stacks, and if you keep trying to get your stacks back from pack to pack, you'll eventually be really squishy and you may die. So no one wants to die. Dying's not fun. Killing enemies is fun. So moving on through here. Not really sure why Whirlwind is put into this. Most of the damage amplifying from the set is, well, not most of it, it's all directed towards frenzy and your shouts. So the effectiveness of shouts, I think, like doubled or something like that, which is really good. But Whirlwind, I mean, I could understand if Whirlwind gave us a movement speed increase or something, but it really doesn't. It can be used for mobility if you want to Whirlwind through enemies. But because we're going to be killing everything so easily, you don't really need it. Don't need that mobility to go through enemies. We're doing fine. We're doing fine, as you can see. This should be the last elite, and the Rift Garden should spawn. Oh man. A lot of arcane there I did not expect, so try and avoid the arcane. And we just take down Hamlin like so. Just keep frenzying him down, use ground stomp if available, make sure shout's active, eventually frenzy will take him down just like that! Now, like I mentioned, if you haven't been following me on Twitch, I am streaming live on Twitch most days, 6 days a week, so come and join me there. We'll play some Diablo 3 live fucking!